Suma TV sees, look, the Wokingham and Embrook Football Club is a bit of a guest house, really. So we have guests joining the house and living in the house for a while, and they move on. Now, our recent guest has been Roger Herridge, and he's announced that he's moving on. Can we have some feedback from, say, you first of all, Mark, on the situation?
17 years he's been with us, which is a long, long time, and I don't actually think he's ever going to leave. But he's moving on next season, so we need to sort of address that within the club.
With Raj, he's either going to go up, hopefully, to step 4 and take some of our players with him, if that's where they want to go. Or if not, we'll just see what happens.
He's done great for the club, to be fair. He is a Wokingham man through and through, and it will be a sad day when he goes, but he hasn't gone yet. We've still got a third of the season to go, so let's see what he can do with the rest of the season and then go with our blessing and wish him all the best of luck for next year.
Who do you think's been the most influential person who's moved through the club for Roger? I mean, obviously senior football management's not an easy job to do, so who do you see has been his main influences?
Well, he's had a few, really. Like I say, he's had himself. Wayne Wanklin, done a great job for him, and then he's got Dan beside him. You know, him and Dan together have been great. You know, they do go as a pair, and I would like to think, and I hope that if they go anywhere, they go together.
Mark, what's your opinion on, you know, the actual backroom boys, as I call them, keeping the club going? I mean, what's your view on how that could shape up going forward?
Paul and Jane have done, we haven't mentioned Jane yet, have done a tremendous job to keep this going at this level. And I know what it's like. It takes pretty much every minute and hour of your working day. Managing
a football team on the pitch is one thing, but actually keeping the club going, which is particularly what you and Jane have done over the last couple of years. I mean, how hard has that been?
Very hard. It gets to the stage where you pretty much think about it all the time when you're outside of work, because everything is geared around raising the revenue to keep the club playing for the next month.
Obviously, managers come in, they do a good job, they move on, and we wish Roger all the best of luck. So, obviously, we've got some planning to do over the next few weeks. What's your view on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got to sit down and obviously have a discussion around how sustainable is, or the football is at step 5, which is no secret. This year has been a huge struggle financially and manpower wise.
How much does it actually cost to run a football club at this level?
We haven't got this year's figures yet. Last year's figures were around 36,000 for the year.
So you're telling me you actually have to raise that money
Yeah.
to keep the club going?
Yeah.